What's going on YouTube? It's Brayzon back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Madden 20 video for you guys here today. We got the new solo battles that are a little bit different. It's not too big of a difference. If you want to do them the same way, honestly, you'll pretty much get the same rewards. But if we go ahead and we look at the ranks, there's actually some house rules involved in it now. So if you get 300,000, you will get a 94 overall, as well as the normal legend reward. So it will just give you basically 94, who's going for about 100 and something thousand right now. It kind of changes. You know, it was about 120 when I checked, but obviously depending on how many people actually get this, it will continue to go down. And if you play all 13 games, I calculated it to about 23,000 per game, and that'll go ahead and get you this 300,000. Unfortunately, I got a 0 because I was in the second quarter and it decided to just cancel me from the server, I guess, and just say that I no longer was in EA server. So that was pretty unfortunate. Unfortunately, I have to get 25,000 now per game, which you can see I got 25,200, and it's actually a lot easier to do than it seems because there's some new house rules that go along with this. So the house rules that happen is if you score a 20-yard touchdown, you're going to go ahead and actually get 11 points instead of just the normal. But if you score any other touchdown, it's only going to be 4 points, as well as you can only run each play 3 times. So what I did is what I feel like the easiest way is. So I'm going to show you guys and play the full game. Like I said, I got 25,000 by doing it. So, and I honestly didn't even go as hard as you need to because you could always do it more. I just did what I, felt was good, just to show that it's not necessarily, you don't have to get 100,000 or, play like the whole game to get 27,000 or anything like that. And obviously you only need 23,000. So if you are getting 25,000, it would just help you out more. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to run backwards because I can get more first downs. So if you guys are pretty new to solo battles or you don't know how it works, basically first downs, yardage, and points is what you want to go for. But you only get to choose each play 3 times, right? So I start in this formation, and this is pretty much the formation I run for most of it until I run out of the play. So what I'm going to run here is just a quick slant, which this is a low overall team, so hopefully it shouldn't be too hard. But I want to get about 10 yards on every play if possible. You want to get a first down, which I didn't get a first down, and you have to wait 6 plays in between. So you just pretty much run whatever you want. Like I said, I'm just running this formation, but you could pretty much run whatever formation or whatever plays that you want. It just really depends. So I'm not hurrying up offense, you guys can tell. So when I did this, I was still able to get the points. So that's kind of what I want to show you guys, is I was able to get the points even without, running like some crazy hurry up offense and things like that. So right here, I'm trying to get, that was a terrible throw. I thought he would get behind the defense. So I'm trying to get just 10 yards at a time if possible. And the reason is just because, like I said, you want to get as many first downs as possible. You could obviously get more if you wanted. It's really just going to be preference. So I'm going to try to dot this up right here and see if Juju's not going to get his foot in bounds. And it is a little bit unfortunate because you do have to run plays you're not necessarily used to, because obviously these plays are on cooldown. So I'm going to go ahead and run. I will have this slant open. Pretty much the slants are usually open, but I kind of want to show that if you run it like this, that it's not as bad as you would think or take as long. And the reason I really like this formation is just because Randall L usually can come open either in the seam, like right there, if they do come down, if they're not over top of you. And like I said, you want to score from 20 yards out. So once we get one more first down, we're just going to try to score a touchdown. That's why I'm leaving PA crossers right there, because I know PA crossers is the play I'm going to want to go ahead and get that first down with. The touchdown with. So right here, I'm going to run this quick slant because we know they're blitzing us. And then we know we want to kind of get close to the 20 if possible, just this way to make the touchdown easier. So right here, we're going to want to run our best play because we want to score that 11, because if we score 11 every time, it's going to really help be beneficial because your points really matter inside of this. So right here, we're going to have Randall up the seam. We see it. Boom, touchdown. And we'll see right here, since we scored outside the 20, it's going to go ahead and give us 11 whenever it loads, and then you just kick the extra point. And the reason, like I said, that it's so much better to get the 11 is because you have to score a lot less touchdowns. If you're only scoring 4 points per touchdown, it's going to take you a lot to get a lot of points. In here, since I'm scoring 11 every time, if I score 40, 50 points, that's really only 5 touchdowns, and you could do that pretty easily. So right here, I kick it out of bounds every time, and that's because I want to give myself, when I get the pick, to get a lot of yardage back. And you want to throw for about 300 yards in the first half. And you could always go for more, it's really preference. Obviously, you can go all the way as many yards as you want offensively and then spend as much time as you want on it. But personally, I try to do it in a sense as fast as possible. And that's pretty frustrating because that should be a pick and that kind of wastes time. You prefer not to do that if you don't have to. So I can't actually go to punt safe, which is really unfortunate as well. Luckily, though, Shazier is going to go over and bait that. You can't run the same play a lot in a row. So really try to get that pick on the first play if you can, because if not, you might go ahead and mess yourself up. Because like I said, you do have to wait 6 plays. So right here, we're going to go back to the same formation. We know we have levels Y cornerback. And then, like I said, if there's the backer is not over and it doesn't look like man, I always just run a go route, because if they widen out, right there, I have Randall L. Even though it's more than just 10 yards, that's 20 yards. It is what it is. That's still, a good first down to get right there. And then we'll go ahead and run flood swap. So right here, the backer is on top of him, so we know it's probably man. So we run a quick slant because then he will come open. We want him to get past Troy if possible. And we will just go ahead and catch that and then fall down. And then we're just going to continue to do that. Like I said, the first and second quarter take the longest. And then in the second half is when I kind of speed it up, just in case you guys were wondering. But right here, we got Vic in the zone too, which does help out. And it is man, but we still got Randall L right there. So we need about 13 yards or a little bit less than 13 yards to go ahead and score a long touchdown again. So you could run it, you could pass it. Doesn't really matter. I think this is going to be man again. So we're going to go ahead and run. We're just going to run McDonald on a vert just to go ahead and get him out of here. Hopefully those backers blitz. And then we can just run this. And we are able to get a first down and still stay outside the 20, which is perfect. Once again, I'll just run PA crossers. Or actually, I can't run PA crossers, so I'll just run verticals. Hopefully they either widen out or I could hit the whole shot on the outside maybe. And actually, it looks like it's cover 3, so then I just hit him up the seam. The way they play it, that safety on the front side always comes down if it's cover 3. And as we can see, I'm already at 24 points. So even though I've only done 2 drives, so that's why I'm not speeding up and hurrying up offense, because I don't need to score as many touchdowns because I'm already getting so many points. It's basically like scoring 2 touchdowns every time. So as long as I score maybe 2 to 3 more touchdowns in this quarter, that'd be another one would be I'd get to 36, then I'd get to 48, and then I'd get to 60 if I ended up scoring 3 more. So you could tell it's pretty easy if you do it that way. So once again, I don't think we're going to be able to, and actually we're still not going to be able to go to punt safe, unfortunately. So we do have that guy going in the hard flat. If you can't do that, which if you can't do it, then you probably just want to go to a normal formation and just blitz. It's kind of unfortunate if it does that, because it doesn't always do it depending on how many offensive plays you run and things like that. So right here, we will just get another stop. It's not going to take too much time, luckily. We know we can't blitz out of the same formation every time just because of the way it works. But we know it is in a third down, so we're just going to run a 2-man, press it, stay inside, and then I'll just man up the running back. That way I have an extra. The good thing is you can hot route everything. You just can't actually. And Randall can't. He's going to try to run right there, but he's just going to get sacked. So sacks do help and everything like that as well. So it's not the worst if you do get sacks or anything like that. So like I said, I'm going to try to score hopefully twice before the end of this half, but at least once. So we're going to fall down right here so we get one more play before the 2-minute warning. So it's basically like another timeout. And then I'm going to come out in the same formation. If you run out of plays in this formation, or you can run whatever. You always can run whatever formation you want, but I personally just like this. And I think this might be man, but I'm not 100% sure, and it is man. But I can still just get it off really quickly because of the way they play it. And hopefully this is helpful because you can't just run one play every time. So right here, since he looks like he's blitzing on Randall, it's probably man. And he should be able to beat that press because it is a linebacker. So let's go ahead to get those yards. And we did get the first down. If you can get out of bounds under the 2-minute warning, that is beneficial because of the fact that, you know, it will actually stop the clock. And right here, he's manned up on us again. So we're going to have Randall most likely open, but hopefully he can get past Troy right there. And then let's fall down, catch it, and we got out of bounds. Perfect. So we can get at least one more first down. If not, we could probably get 2, but we'll see how it works. And you can see I'm not wasting any of my run plays right now. You also can run a run play, but I'm not wasting it yet. And hopefully he catches this and falls down. Perfect at the 23. So we're going to run PA crossers again if it's unlocked. Hopefully it's unlocked. And we're going to go ahead and run this go route again. And hopefully they either widen out, which they do widen out because it's cover 2. So hopefully we can hit Randall L in the dot right there. And we get another touchdown. So right here we can see we're going to be that's 3 touchdowns for him. We'll be at 36 once we kick this extra point, as long as we don't whiff it. And it's pretty easy. You can see I'm getting a lot of yards too. And I'll show you guys the stats that I'm at when we get to halftime. Or hopefully they just show it, because sometimes when you pause it, it could glitch you out. So that could always be a problem. But now we know there's 119 left. So our goal is going to be to basically get 1 more touchdown before the half. So we're going to go base block, and we still can't go punt safe. So that's a little unfortunate. So I will just play as Shazier and try to bait it on the left side. And we're not able to get there, but I think punt safe should be coming soon. If not this play. So it is actually coming this play. Perfect. So hopefully Troy can get another pick right here and make it simple for us. Since he has lurker, it always makes it easier. And then I try to run backwards so I can get more yardage, but you don't really have to. It really depends on how confident you are to get the yards back. And I know I'm running out of those the gun trip plays. I'm going to see how many more I have. I think I'm out of PA crossers. I have one left. I'm out. Fake screen wheel. I still have a couple more plays, so I could probably run this drive. So we're probably going to throw the slant again because we know it's going to be man. Get him there. And then I'm not going to get out of bounds because I want to run some time because it doesn't chew the whole clock. But the reason, so we see we have 288 passing yards. So like I said, we're trying to get to about 200 or 300 yards. Ideally, that's my ideal, just for how many points you score off of it. Let's catch that. Hopefully Vance does get the first down, which I think he is going to. We got levels out. Let's just run that one time. So this, you can tell, is cover 0, just the way they're manned up with us. So we're going to go ahead and run that. He's going to be wide open. Fall down. And then what I'm going to do is try to run one more play, get to the 21-ish. And then as time expires, call a play. If I score another touchdown, cool. If not, then it's not that big of a deal. So we're going to run right here. I don't think this is man, but we're going to run a slant anyways. Even if I don't get the first down, it's not that big of a deal. As long as I don't score off of it. And then right here, we're going to have to call a play. I'm probably going to call timeout, depending on how fast I can find a play here. Actually, I think I might be able to do it. And then it looks like it's man, but I'm still just going to run this go route and see if Randall can beat him. Just because it is a linebacker again. And he is going to beat him. So we're going to score one more touchdown before half. And we can see that's going to put us at 48 points. So that's the great thing about this. Is 48 points is actually a pretty good amount if you really think about it. In terms of the yardage. And we're over 300 passing yards, which is a good threshold. So what I'm going to do on this half is still same thing, kick it out of bounds and hopefully try to get the ball back. I don't think, like I said, we'll be able to run punt safe. Unfortunately, you can't run punt safe every time because of the way it works. So I don't believe you run out of punt safe. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let me check that actually. Yeah, I don't think you run out of these plays, but you just are blocked by doing them every time. So still can't do pinch buck 0. We'll just run pinch dog press. Doesn't really matter what we run. We're just going to try. That's not what I wanted to do. Just reset that. Our whole goal is just to get stops as fast as possible. In the second half, we don't really care too much about what we do necessarily. We just want to stop them if possible, but we don't really care about how fast we stop them. Or sorry, how many yards they get or anything like that. As long as we just try our best, we should be good. And apparently Rod Woodson's not going to break on that, which is great. But we will try to go to the punt safe now and see if it's there. So it looks like it actually is going to be there. Awesome. So let's go ahead and run it. And we should be able to get another pick right here. And picks are obviously useful. Picks, sacks, anything like that you do as a user is always good as well. We're going to run all the way inside the 5-yard line this time. And the reason is because now we're going to chew clock and run the clock out. And since you're up so much as well, they don't call timeouts, which is also great. So now you could either run, your same plays, whatever you want. You can go under center, run plays, whatever you like as run plays. Go ahead and do those. I'm going to try to get a first down every time I run, just because first downs are very important. So you want to try to get as many first downs. Obviously, we know we can't run the same play every time, but we will run read option, luckily. And I'm going to let this clock run all the way down to 1, just because we're trying to get that clock under 1:30, just so that we can make sure to run one less play in this quarter. And they're not going to bite on it, so we're going to go ahead and hopefully get 10 yards again. I don't know. They did give us a first down. So we're going to run outside zone, and we're just going to continue to run plays. I don't think there's enough run plays in this formation, to be honest, for me to run, but we will try it. We might have to drop back and then just take off and run anyways. So we're not able to get a first down there, which is not the biggest of deals. I don't really care for draw, to be completely honest with you. I would probably rather just draw with Mike Vick. So what I'm going to do is just run verticals, just have Vance run as well. Drop back as soon as we see where we think we can run it at, which is going to be right here. Go ahead and take off, get the yardage, and then fall down. And then now we know we can take it to the fourth quarter. It does take a little bit longer when you're playing the games like this. If you're simming them, when you're usually only going for the 250,000, and simming them, it's pretty easy. But when you're actually trying to get that 300,000, it does make it a little bit harder, but not that hard. So right here, like I said, you run whatever play you want again. We still don't have inside zone, so I'm probably just going to run this, play action it, let him blitz on the outside, and then I'm just going to take off with Mike Vick. Right here, I probably won't go for the 20-yard touchdown, just because I don't feel like playing defense or giving up any yards or anything like that. So I don't believe we have any plays yet, so we'll run fake screen wheel. We don't have any of our run plays back just yet. And you could, like I said, you could always just switch up the formation. I'm just kind of being lazy in a sense by just running these plays because I have Mike Vick, so it makes it easy for me. But if you don't have Mike Vick and you're running a pocket QB, you might just want to go under center and just run some other run plays. And I'll show you guys those after the 2-minute warning, what I'll run. But you could pretty much run whatever you want. So I usually will just go to I-form if I'm going to do that. I-form or single back. It doesn't really matter. Single back also has some pretty good ones as well with deuce close out of my Raiders formation. But I'll run I-form, stretch, and then I have ISO and toss as well. So right here, just boom, get to the outside. Try to make a juke, which I didn't do apparently. But we're still going to keep that chew clock on. So I'll run ISO. As soon as it gets under 130, we will hike it again. And okay, apparently we're going to get taken down in the backfield. So now I'll probably just 5 wide it, to be honest. Just run whatever, 4 verticals, put Cordell on a vertical as well. And I'm just going to take off with Vic and go get the first down. So whether they have a spy or not doesn't really matter because Mike Vick's a lot faster. We do go to 4th down, unfortunately, but it's not the biggest of deals. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to gun trips, and then I should have my inside zone back by now. So I could definitely get the first down just running it. You could also just wait till it hits under 30 for this, but I'm just going to go ahead and run an extra play. And the reason being for that is because of the fact that you kind of need yardage anyways, in a sense. So right here, we'll just chew clock one more time. Doesn't look like anyone's on the pool for Vic, but I'm probably just going to hand it off because no one's on the inside either. So apparently no one's anywhere. So right here, I'm actually going to hurry up. And I guess I'll just run dagger. I might either take off with Vic or throw a touchdown. We'll have to see. I'm probably going to take off with Vic, to be honest. So let's go ahead and run it. And if we can get in, we will get in. Just because it's extra points. And the game ends, so all it really does is make you run one more play. And like I said, this will for sure give you more than 23,000. I'm unfortunately having to go for 25,000. But you might find it even easier just to score, maybe 28 points. And then chew clock from there. Maybe play the first quarter and then chew clock. You guys can kind of do that yourselves. I just want to show you how I do it. So I have 346 yards and 4 touchdowns for Vic. That's just passing. And then rushing, I have 60 plus 38 is 98. So I really would have wanted 2 more yards, unfortunately. So you really want to hit that 100 threshold if you can. It's not, the worst, but if I could have, I would have rather have that. First downs, I have 21, which isn't even that much. 98 rushing yards, like I said, I really wanted 100. Hopefully that doesn't hinder me too much, but I still will score over 23, which is what you're going to need to go ahead and get the 300,000. Like I said, I unfortunately have to get 25,000 because it glitched me out and I lost. I got 0 points for it. Even if you lose and you get 4 or 5,000, it's still more beneficial. I guess I get a daily mission, so we might as well open this real quick. I just want to go ahead and show you guys the stats that I went ahead, or the points I get. So we're going to have to, unfortunately, it loads you out into solo battles, or actually it's right here. So you can see I got 25,600. And then this one, 41 points, I got 25,200. So for basically an extra touchdown, I got 400 extra points. So really, you can honestly score about 21, 28 points in my opinion, as long as you get some yardage and things like that. Because I also had all that yardage, but if you get maybe 200 passing yards with Vic, 21 points, and then get 100 rushing yards with like 15 first downs, you'll be perfectly fine. So hopefully this does help you guys get those rewards. Like I said, I'm going for the legend. Unfortunately, I have to get 25,000 on every one of them now because of the way that it went. But I figured a pretty good way. I'm only having to grind 1/2, but if you're going for 23,000, you could probably grind 1/4 and be perfectly fine. So hopefully it does help you guys out. Drop in the comments below with any more questions. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, and as always, I will see you guys next time.